Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing good. I'm pretty happy. I've got more of my room moved around and more of it cleaned underneath. And yesterday I got a couple windows washed and different things like that. So, yeah, I'm always happy when Then I just sat back and just looked in amazement, like, well, okay, I like that. So, yeah. I figured some low lighting, but it's still better than some of the oddball lighting I had in some of my videos lately. So, anyway, yeah. Oh, I don't know. Not a whole lot on my mind today. Just saying hello to the ones. I'm sure that it'll come to me different things, but like I say, it was quite a bit of my time was spent cleaning and oh, I took the kitties out some shrimp, some sardines, some cottage cheese, and some chicken, and their crunchies. So I know they like that. So anyway, I shared a really good ancient Egypt hell. I'm gonna put the link for that in here in my comments. Um, I forget which channel it is, but I do know um, well, I've been a sub to this channel for a long time, and although I know the information they're putting out, it's compiled the Kabbalah, the Book of the Dead. What they believe is good to understand who we're dealing with. And oh, yeah, that is what I was thinking. Um, do you believe, like with CERN and that type of thing, and different frequencies on this planet to sustain their lifestyle or control us or to raise like different old time gods like demonistic things back into our world stronger than they were. I've heard people with that type of mindset, so I just thought I'd kind of talk about that today. That is what I was thinking earlier because um, this channel put it like, could you have survived ancient hell, ancient Egypt hell, like battling a baboon every day of your existence, you know? So that type of thing he had on his the intro photo for it, you know. But yeah, he does a really good job putting things together. And well, most things, well, all things he puts out is from a Christ mind and heart aspect, and I trust him. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, good. It's a really good video. It's about oh maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour tops, but it's very entertaining. He does it more like well, he's got his own graphic type stuff, so and him and some of his buddies they've actually created games and different things. So yeah, pretty intelligent fellow, you know. You might even know the channel too, but I'll put the link to that. It's got I like when I hear the unexpected nuggets of what I've been waiting for type of feeling. You know, those are good. So, yeah. Yeah, well, I was waiting for that sundown yesterday and I knew it would be so cloudy. If I just could have gave it one more hour, you would have seen a spectacle. Like the biggest ongoing egg yolk is what it looks like, you know, with pink and purple hues, and it's just incredible. But yeah, wasn't there, not enough. Kind of beautiful gold, but not what it could have been. But same with the full moon. I might be able to get it before there's gonna be, I mean, it was kinda sunny and cloudy all day. It was just kinda yuck. The sun did try to break through a few times, but I think we have like 2 or 3 days of just gunky weather coming up. So I'm not sure how much I'll see, but I just feel like there's something closer, surprises in the sky from God is how I look at them. It's like I see more buildings up there now and sculptures and paintings, but I used to see like whales and elephants and God Himself, the face of God. It just, to me, because I was a little bit lonely. So, yes, I was a strange child, To put my sock on. My foot was getting cold. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of did get even overheated once today when I went out and came back in because it was so good to get fresh air. It was 40 degrees and it was just warm, really nice. Would have been even a nice day to take a walk, but I wanted to work some more on this bedroom of mine. So, because it's not just it's a pretty big room and I have a lot of stuff in it, but I want to just, oh, I need to go through some old clothes and just ones I haven't wore, that type of feeling. I've got just big boxes of them I got to go through here. So it's like, yeah, and I'm gonna. But yeah, like I said, everything a little at a time like that. So yeah, I have more enjoyable things I want to do. So as long as I'm not dying, because of anything. So, although it is possible to die of a broken heart, you can literally have a heart attack because of it. And if you're really, really close to somebody and they break your heart, it's like a death, like they died. It's devastating. It really is. I've watched a lot of people die, you know, like that. That brings to mind, too, another thing I was thinking with people liking to pretend that they're other than human or um, whatever. But for people that have been around narcissism, do you think there's any connection and correlation with that demonic bloodline and narcissism and the way they can, it does say in the Bible, many will wax cold. That's, I'm a human cold detector. That's what I do, you know. And even in the toughest suspects, it's either going to go into them as the Spirit of God or they're going to repel it as a demon. So I think some of you know me well enough by now. As a matter of fact, I can name somebody, but I won't name your name or your channel. But she literally lives a half hour away from me, just to the west of me, 1/2 hour. If I were a bird, I could be in her yard in 15 minutes. But we have to take roads and there's lakes and things to go around and woods and hills. rivers to cross, and yeah. But anyway, getting back to where was I going with that? Oh yes, people like her, for instance, know um, that I can work through things with people. Um, and there is a reason for stuff I do. And I do love people, and I'm not out just to do and say anything I want that is ignorant of what the effect's going to be and why I'm doing it. So I'm not going to stop being me because that's what I do best. So many hearts will wax cold. That's what I'm trying to say. And for whatever reason that is, because that'll never happen with me, with anybody. I will never initiate the coldness. I respond to it. So and please, some of you give me a thumbs up on this video because you can attest to that fact for me. I would appreciate it. Or put a like a yuppers in the comment for me, you know. I could name other ones like people off of Robin's Hood or something, you know, different people that have been with me for a very long time, you know, the whole time. That it can attest to my character. I never strike first, you know. And I was treated unjustly, and yes, it did hurt. But I'm going to recover like I always do. It's just when you don't really, when you expect somebody to understand, so that tells me that there's two brothers that are the same personality, and it is cold for whatever reason in certain areas of their lives. And I have proved that thoroughly with the one, maybe not too thoroughly if the Spirit of God goes in both their hearts, and everybody else that really didn't care very much either way to even say a prayer about it or ask any questions or anything. Just go with the first thought, and that's it, you know. So, anyway, yeah, I didn't go over to somebody's channel that I didn't even know well with any intentions of hurting anybody's feelings, you know, or doing anything out of place because I'm always polite like that at first. So I just don't like being yelled at by people that say they're preaching when you're speaking the word of God. You better just fucking tone it down. And that's how I feel about it. It's the way it hit me. I am not insane, and I got the papers to prove it. In other words, I'm the one that does the consoling after people get yelled at like that. I'm the one that hugs people that have been around the narcissists, you know. Yeah, so I'm sticking my guns, you know. Maybe, like I say, we can get that full moon. I'll get my other camera out, the really good one. It's just that I wish the screen was on the other side of my window, especially for the sunset. That would make it a lot better, you know, in the winter anyway, because I'm not going out there unless I have to. Not when it's cold. It was beautiful today, but yeah, this time of year, you can't beat above freezing, you know. It's just the La Nino and El Nino things that are making the movement of the air around the earth, and it isn't anything new. It's just the way the world um, works, you know. So nothing new. matter what they say, you know. I'm going to have to watch. I don't know if I have in its entirety or if I just read what it was about, but I've heard some people talk about a movie called Westworld where they like replace all human soul with just like robotic DNA inside of them or something. Or is it clones? I don't know. One of the two. I'm going to have to check it out sometime. So I started watching Merlin show last night. I've seen it before and I was sort of falling asleep, so I just left it on. And I don't know if I'm gonna. I've seen it, so Merlin and the Dragon. That's what it's called. Merlin is a good name. It's an old name. That's my first husband was Merlin Hogan. Yeah. So it's not like I hate the name or anything. Yeah, he was pretty tricky. You know, literally. Run into a few of them. Oh, for the person that said you're gonna grab one of my memes out of my community things I share over there. That's why it's there, my friend. Share away. Take it away. You know, I joined a group at Drain the Swamp on Facebook. I like the concept of getting our own government um, officials elected in there, and I like the concept of where it's going with the totally getting these creatures that have betrayed us out of our governments, you know. And it sounds like a good concept. I mean, the way it was worded, um, I could go read what, yeah, as a matter of fact. Well, I'll tell you what, it's in my community. Um, if you're interested to go and look what the group is about, and there's a link there if you are interested. So, yeah, like I say, I am going to share that what hell was like in ancient Egypt, what they believed would happen to our souls. I mean, the explanation of it and the illustrations that he gave and how he compiled it, like I say, was the best way to express. I mean, if you can break down for somebody what a whole book is and explain it so thoroughly, aside from reading about one individual spell or a rock, what this energy can do, and all the chakras and things that came into, like with Hindi beliefs later, combined with some of these things. And that's a long story, but um, it did originate there in Egypt, in, let's see, Upper Egypt. So, um, let me see, get back to my point. Yeah, when you can compile a whole book into one program and educate everybody on the key points to get the gist of it, to connect it to other things for understanding, it's perfect. So, yeah. don't know what's for supper tonight. I've got to eat something healthier. I did well. I have been. It's just that I have had sweets along with the healthy stuff, which is better than not. And I do fast all day, every day, so I really do have to pay to play, you know. But yeah, even sadness can throw our metabolism off, and our sleeping patterns and stuff. And I'm pretty good at recovering from them type of attacks, but whether or not I can prove it was an attack is another thing, and whether or not there are people that realize what happened to me and I do have backup is yet to be seen, and I will show you that. That part I have faith in is my friends out here that really do know. I don't want to be a humongous channel, but someday I want to be able to kick back off a couple videos or something and leave this diary for the next generation of all the things that are true that I can share and will share. Putting these puzzles together that we are. And a lot of people would laugh and say it's not true. When I was 15, a very long time ago, I was taught about all these things and contacted the Masons 25 years ago and got this information out online for people. And that was my doing for Christ. And this is true. So here I am, still doing it today, you know, for the same reason, for the love of God. The Trinity, people do not want to talk about that, but it's true. And the explanation in this video that is compiled there will enlighten you further on that Trinity. There's one adverse, perverse outlook on it, and that would be the demonic. And then there's a more parental uh, feeling to it that would be the Godhead and the Christ Spirit feeling from that Trinity. So, yeah. Please share this video so people get this information, or share the link over on where I'm going to give you that information. But please share it and let people know, because it's who we are, and it's who you are. And yeah, good information to know, for everybody. Well, I'm going to get this uploaded. This is about what I was talking about today. Oh, yeah, Laffy Taffy here. I was just thinking, I just wish we can't find any eggnog. I'm gonna probably have to make it. That's gross to me. It does have raw eggs in it. I'd rather buy it, and I don't like it all the time. Just this time of year, I haven't had it for the better part of a decade. I want one, so I'll see how this goes. I might have to make it and wait a day. I do that if I bake some stuff, like sweet stuff. I don't eat it right away. It's because I worked in a bakery a couple times, and the sweet smell of stuff, if I have to make it, it's like, yeah. Does anybody else remember, if you were a teenager, did you have a start getting a evil indicator, like if things were like weird that your stomach would get upset? please let me know if that has happened to you ever. Because I ran into a teenager that has that problem. Makes me sick just thinking about it. Okay, everybody, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining me. Have a really good night or day wherever you're at. Peace and love.